Good evening and salutations, my Beyond Gates fans. So, hmm, Vanessa and Doug. I guess we'll sit there and start off with those two first. So, I've said this a couple of times, and it is never more apparent than in this episode. So, we've been watching Vanessa just, well, pretty much kind of get her free call with anybody else except for her husband. Now, she meets up with Danny, and Danny is having this, I don't know what to call it, an epiphany, an awakening, or whatever. She's at the bar and she's calling her kids and stuff like that. And Vanessa shows up. So they're hanging out and they're drinking and stuff. And after we talk about Danny and her problems for like the, I don't know, 9,000th time or whatever, you finally get a little insight into Vanessa. Let me tell you something about that chick. She's fine. I don't know why, and this may just be me. You ever saw that movie Smile? Whenever I see Vanessa smile, creeps the living shit out of me. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way she smiles and how she smiles and it lines up with her eyes, but it scares the living shit out of me. It's hot, but anyway, we got a little more insight into her. Long story short, they sent the kids to college. They don't really see each other that much because he's always busy. There's not really a lot of love. There's not really a lot of sex. And like I said, maybe the day before, the day before that, you know what they say about idle hands? And of course, the whole time, while they're hanging out and stuff like that, she keeps eyeing Diego, which is the trainer's name. And at some point, Danny leaves to go tell her family the big announcement. Remember, it's a huge announcement. She called let's see what else she called. She called Chelsea. She called Naomi. She talked to her family. Called everyone. Once this big announcement. Remember, it's big. And of course, Vanessa pretends to leave her phone. The trainer guy comes up and is like, "Oh, here, Vanessa, here's your phone." And he starts making out. And you know what's going to wind up happening next, right? While that's going on, you got Doug meeting with a guy who I could have swore Randy said, "You do not want to meet with this guy. He is bad news. He's the kind of guy who likes to break kneecaps." Here enters Joey Armstrong, aka Kevin Collins, aka John, whatever his last name is. And right off the bat, I'm like, I'm gonna like this guy. I don't like this character. Because let me tell you something. When this actor plays a dark role like Ryan, I'm with it. Okay? So he's meeting up with Doug. And Doug is, for some odd reason, and I don't know why, is that they're telling some of his life story to this Joey guy, who looks crooked as hell. Not the type of guy you want to sit there and confess your feelings to. And he talks about how, after he sent the kids to college, he started gambling, got in a lot of debt and everything like that, and he wants to borrow some money. And I think he talks about his wife. I'm not too sure. I'm just more perplexed, like, why are you in this car at night with this guy talking about your damn feelings? Like, what are we doing? Um, and Joey's like, "Hey, listen, your debts are paid. Here's a little extra, on the house to sit there and just kind of, get you back into the swing of things." And of course, he's talking about Randy. Now, Randy is his friend, childhood friend, grew up with him, fought with him, fought side by side with him against bullies and stuff. Just a really good stand-up guy. Um, I don't know how much of a stand-up guy he is now, But he did sit there and say, you don't want to meet him. And after that, he takes his money and he goes home. Then right after that, like literally, what was he, like a ninja or something? He goes in his car. Randy, by the way, he goes in his car and he's not to ask him like, why you want to sit there and bail him out and help him out and stuff like that. The guy's literally a sinking ship. He's a loser essentially. Like, why would you want to sit there and invest in a loser? And I said this the minute he was not there giving him money and being super nice to him. He's a mark. He wants to get this guy into such a financial hole that he'll do anything to get out. Guy is a surgeon or whatever. He got some money. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be the type of guy who's going to be owing this guy for the rest of his life, doing favors here and there, whatever it is. I don't know if the guy's a plastic surgeon or a heart surgeon or something like that, but he's going to be doing this guy a lot of favors for a very long time. And he pretty much told Randy, was like, yeah, that's not your friend anymore. I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that. So, you got that going on. Oh, and the usual mean girl routine. I'm sorry, mean girl slash bougie. There's another word for that too. Snobbish attitude that she's getting evil. Now, from yesterday, she catches her by her mother's personal computer, says a couple of mean things here and there, and then she's like, hey, I'm going to tell my mommy, pretty much. While Eva Smith, they'd be like, hey, listen, just give me a chance. I need this job or whatever. She ain't trying to hear none of that. Because, she's too busy just being, the conceit. Here's the thing about Kat. Kat's the type of woman who may look good on the outside and don't got shit for going for her on the inside. I mean, seriously, she is literally the stereotypical pretty on the outside, ugly on the inside. So after that, she meets up with her mother. And she tells her mother, hey, listen, your assistant is snooping around through your computer and everything like that. And I don't know if she's supposed to have access to it because what she said was like, listen, this is an office. This is literally your personal room. Like, this is your personal office or whatever. But she pretty much just kind of dismisses it. I'm like, listen, I'm not firing her over a vibe or whatever. And, she acts like the typical little mean girl. And she, of course, she starts looking down on her, talking about how she dresses and everything. And at that point, like, I'm not going to lie, I started looking at my phone, like, you know what, I'm not even going to let this chick just. Because sometimes, like, she used to sit there and annoy the shit out of me. And now I just got to the point, like, yeah, you just become the type of chick that I got to look at my phone every time your scene start. Because I can't deal with your bougie ass attitude. I'm like, boo, let me tell you something. You're looking so bad that Jocelyn's looking good compared to you. Jocelyn from General Hospital actually has money from because of her parents and everything like that. And although she's not exactly my favorite character, you make her look so much better that annoys me. Anyway, she winds up meeting up with Chelsea. Chelsea talks about her night with some guy and his wife. And they talk about the assistant thing or whatever. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's just her whining and complaining. And then she does sit there and admit that she's bougie, which is not exactly a you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a good thing, you know? Um but anyways, it like I said, it doesn't really go anywhere. But she does sit there and say that she does have a bad vibe about her. Which I will admit, yeah. Now, here's my thing about Leslie and this plan, right? A couple of days ago, or maybe last week or whatever, she's like, oh, we're gonna get back in the cold, we're gonna get back in the Ted for the way that he treated me. Well, what's your plan, by the way? Hmm? I mean, seriously, what is your plan? Step one, run off an innocent girl off the road. Step two, get your daughter implanted, get your daughter hired at this job. Step three is what exactly? Like seriously, what is step three? Now, Eva does wind up talking to Ted, and she seems like she's a little kind of bothered. And Ted is like, hey, listen, I get it. My daughter could be kind of a He pretty much basically said that like him and his wife, because let's be honest, it takes two, want to give her the world, and I was pulling the shit out of her, and this was the results. But when they're talking, here's the thing: it's Eva seems like she's conflicted, right? Because he does come across as very genuine. You can sit there and see it, like maybe my mom wasn't really right about it. But then there's other parts when they're talking where it's like there's a point where he says, I'm looking out for you, whatever. I'm a man, of my word. It then goes right back into listening to the poison that Leslie told her. And of course, Nicole comes in. Nicole offers some advice or whatever, like, hey, listen, I apologize for my daughter, whatever. I'm pretty sure they got to do that a lot, which is embarrassing as shit. You got to sit there and apologize for your daughter or somebody else. It's bad. Anyway, he apologized to her, tell her to, take the rest of the night off. And at some point, Eva leaves. She's about to go to the elevator. Now, Leslie's crazy ass was watching um, Nicole, yeah, Nicole and Ted kiss and everything like that, and just look like a crazy ass woman. Anyway, they wound up meeting up, and he was like, listen, you can't be here. Like, you gonna ruin the plan or whatever. And there's a point where Leslie's like, oh, he sit there and look at me like that. Man, I'm pretty sure he did until your ass turned crazy. Shit. I don't give a damn how hot you are. When you start acting crazy, all that goes out the window. Because at that point, I'm thinking about my life. Um, Now, at some point, Ted and Nicole are talking, and one of the nurses come up and are like, oh, or maybe it's the gossip nurse or whatever. And it's like, oh, there's a patient and she's ready to jump or whatever. And, she's calling me by name or whatever. Ted's like, yo, get some orderlies, have me go up there. And Nicole's like, hey, listen, I got this. So she goes up to the roof, the same roof that Chelsea and Kat. So she goes up there, and of course, I don't know if she's wearing a wig or whatever. She changed her hairstyle. I have no idea. But she looked like she's about to sit there and jump. Leslie looked like she's about to sit there and jump. And Nicole gets there, and then she stops. So I have no idea what the hell is going on. But I saw the previews for next week, and it's going to be good. Anyway, family is gathering. Oh, and I forgot to sit there and talk about Naomi. Um, Naomi gets a call from Jacob. And he pretty much was like, at one point, I was like, why are you assuming that there's this random professor in your life? It's like, hey, listen, no matter what happens, I just want you to know that I love you, and you're the world to me, and X, Y, and Z. And she thinking it's all cute and nice and everything like that. And I'm kind of just like, where is this going? There's a reason for that. Then Bill just shows up out of nowhere, like 45 minutes into the episode. It's like, the hell are you doing here? But he's at the bar, he's drinking alone or whatever, and he's just kind of just sitting there, just looking all shifty and everything. I'm like, um, okay. So, family's gathering. You got Nita, you got Vernon, and you got Naomi, and Chelsea gets there, right? And then Danny gets there. Danny's like, where's Nicole? I don't know if I can sit there and retell the story again. And he's like, listen, why don't you sit there and just say what you gotta say and let us know if we gotta sit there and do damage control. So she's like, okay. So she gets the family together and she's like, she tells this big ass speech, and I'm just like, where is this going? At one point, she's talking about the end of her marriage. Well, first she thanks everyone for standing, standing by her, and pretty much endangering their lives and everything like that. And long story short, she's like, I'm finally over Bill. I realized that my marriage is over, and I'm ready to sit there and move forward. And I'm just like, wait, that's it? First of all, that's a bunch of horse shit. What the hell? Lady, you sat there, you talked for 3 minutes, and you did the song and dance about how you met up with you met up with Haley, and you hashed that out, and you're just done, just like that. You just woke up one day and you're just like, oh, okay, I'm over it. And the family's looking at her like, there's one point when she's done, she's like, well, aren't you gonna applaud me? For what? For what? But then for some odd reason she kept talking, and then they all got up and the girls hugged her, and everyone was just like, okay, yeah, you're finally done and you're over him. I'm just like, wait, hold on. Y'all believe in her at this point? Well, y'all should be sitting there trying to get this woman some therapy, okay? Not sitting there placating to whatever BS speech that she just gave you. And they didn't just placate, they were celebrating. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a part of it when they start dancing and everything like that, and they turn on music. And listen, I've been to enough family cookouts and barbecues and just family gatherings to know, yeah, it goes down like that. Okay, it goes down like that. You even get some of the old school people, like Vernon and Anita, just that they're doing a two-step or whatever. So like that was funny. I was like, I can appreciate that moment. What I could not appreciate is the BS that came before that. But Jacob came in. Jacob came in looking all super serious, and they was like, "Hey, what's going on? Why you so serious?" And I was like, "No, it's cool. That's he's not in cop mode. He's in husband mode or whatever." And he walks up to Danny, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna arrest you, pretty much." And that's what he does. He reads her the Miranda rights, and start placing her in the handcuffs. I was like, "Wow. I mean, better late than never." All courtesy, what I imagine is Bill. I'm just like, first of all, you keep letting Danny live in you and your wife's head rent free. And then when your wife is trying to get over this for like the second time, because the first time she was good. He was gone for a little bit, he came back, and then he announced that he was getting married. And he was announced he was getting married there, right? So she even had, just when she started to pick up the pieces, you do that, right? Then the whole, gun thing and everything like that. And she talked to Hill and she was ready to move on. And then you go and you get her arrested. I'm like, bro. And I get it on some level. This chick pulled out a gun, right? So I did sit there and say, you know what? Her ass belongs in jail, okay? You need to put some damn bracelets on that chick, get her ass some therapy or something like that. Because this whole kumbaya, oh, I'm just now over him. Yeah, ain't nobody buying that. Everybody in that room need to be ashamed of themselves for even sitting there starting to dance and just believing everything that she was saying. You know what? It's actually a good thing that Nicole wasn't there. Okay? Because at least she didn't sit there and waste her damn time. And Martin wasn't there. You ain't waste his time, even though he's been acting like a jackass. Damn it. I don't know why these reviews of always like 20 something minutes. Like, seriously, why is it 20 minutes? I don't even remember my Days of Our Lives and my Young and the Restless reviews being like 20 minutes. GH has been like 20 minutes because they just ram every goddamn person into one episode. Um, anyway, that's pretty much all I got. But if I missed anything, write in the comment section. I'll come to the live stream tonight. I'm going to be doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll be talking about all the shows, of course, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless, and Beyond the Gates. And if anyone's watching the Hollyoaks, we'll talk about that too. And if you're not watching Hollyoaks, watch Hollyoaks. Hell, the episodes are free and they're on YouTube. So, like, there's really no excuse. Plus, they're 20 minutes. And it's 3 days a week. Watch it. Alright, that's all I got. See you in the next video and hopefully live stream tonight.